friends, welcome back to another Fun Food Friday. Today we are trying out a brand new recipe. Do you guys ever eat at Jason's Deli? If you don't, it's like a sandwich shop and they have this really incredible salad bar. And on that salad bar, they have these amazing ginger muffins. I love them. They are so delicious. And with fall being just pretty much around the corner, I hope down here in Texas, it's still pretty hot, but I'm getting all the fall feels. I thought ginger muffins would be the perfect recipe. So we're gonna give this copycat recipe I found a shot. So it starts out with 2.5 cups of flour, followed by 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, we're going to go ahead and add in some spices. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, we're also going to add in, well, it calls for 1.5 teaspoons of ginger, ground ginger. So if you're using ground ginger, go ahead and do that now. I'm going to be using fresher ginger, the squeezed ginger from the fridge, because it's what I have. But if you, like I said, if you've got the ground ginger, go ahead and do that. And we're also going to put in 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. There we go. Next, we're going to add a little bit of salt. And then 1 cup of dark brown sugar, which I only have just light brown sugar. So we're gonna make that work. What I might do is, the recipe calls for molasses. I might add like an extra tablespoon or so of molasses when I add it in. We'll see. Really, brown sugar is just sugar with molasses. And if you want dark brown sugar, then you add more molasses. So I might just add like an extra tablespoon or so. All right, I've gone ahead and incorporated all of this together. There are a few lumps and clumps from the brown sugar. I'm trying to mash those out, but I think when we add the liquids, it's going to take care of the rest of those. All right, I'm gonna set that off to the side, and now we're gonna work on our wet ingredients. So for this, we need 1 cup of buttermilk. I did not have buttermilk, so what I have is 1 cup of milk that I added a tablespoon of vinegar into. We're gonna add in 1 egg. Next, it calls for the molasses. It is 1/2 cup of molasses. Like I said, I'm just going to pour in a little bit extra because I didn't have the dark brown sugar. All right, I'm going to go ahead and mix this a little bit and get the egg scrambled in and get the molasses incorporated. Then we're going to add in 1/2 cup of melted butter. Oh, and I almost forgot the ginger. Got to add it in that ginger. So for the fresh, it calls for 1.5 teaspoons, I believe, or for the powder. I'm using fresh, so we're going to use extra because the powder is always more potent than the fresh. There we go. I did probably about 1 tablespoon, and I'm going to kind of trust my nose on this one. If I feel like I don't smell enough ginger, then I'm probably going to add just a little bit more, but I don't want too much. The molasses is going to carry a lot of the flavor in these muffins. I do think I'm going to add just a little bit more. So I did just a little bit over 1 tablespoon, probably 1.5 tablespoons of this fresh ginger. Again, if you're using powdered ginger, then you want to just stick to the recipe, 1.5 teaspoons. All right, I'm mixing that melted butter in, and then finally we're going to add in all the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients and stir to combine. Okay, this is mixed together very nicely. I still have a couple of little clumps, and that's to be expected. I'm gonna let it sit for just a minute while I preheat my oven to 350 degrees, and I go ahead and spray some spray on my mini muffin pan. Of course, you could do regular size muffins, but Jason's Deli serves mini muffins, so that's what I'm making. All right, I've got my mini muffin pan. I have a silicone one, so I actually have it sitting on a regular cookie sheet there. And then I've got my little scoop. This is way more than I'm gonna be able to fit in this pan. So either I'll do 2 batches, or I'll do regular sized muffins, or I don't know. Maybe I'll get crazy with it and make a loaf of bread, who knows. Just make sure you get this all in there nice and evenly so they bake evenly.
Where I had sometimes played chess, and when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling.
All right, I filled all these little cups. I'm gonna pop this in a 350 degree oven and let them bake. And as always, the recipe will be listed down below in the description box. There they are out of the oven. They puffed up a lot, which is awesome. They smell incredible. My house smells like fall. These smell so good. I cannot wait to try them, but you have to let them cool completely. I'm gonna let them cool for about 5 to 10 minutes in here, and then I will put them on a cooling rack. I also have some full-sized muffins. I think they might actually be jumbo. Anyway, they're in my oven right now, so I'll show you guys those in a little bit as well once they have cooled. All right, friends, look at all those muffins. This made a ton of muffins, and I've already eaten one. They don't taste exactly like Jason's Deli, but they are so good. My family's gonna love these. They're perfect for this time of year. If you're like me and you're getting all the fall feels and you're just ready for the beautiful leaves and the cooler temperatures, and who am I kidding? I live in Texas. We don't get that, but I can pretend, and I'm going to pretend with these incredible muffins. They're so good. And I also made a couple of these really big ones because I had enough batter to do that. So this makes a ton of muffins, and again, they are delicious. I hope you guys will try this recipe. I will link it below in the description box so that you can give it a shot at home. Look at that, that's a ton of muffins. We'll be snacking on these for days. So good. Thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button, and I'll see you guys on Sunday for my What's for Dinner video.
Saw me and forevermore, I like to share that vintage dream. Yeah, forevermore, we're living in that vintage dream.